Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, we will be creating another robot using the Lego Education Spark Prime Kit. Today's robot is going to be a drummer. He will be using drums to play music. So, with no further ado, let's begin. To begin, you will need one plate, like this one. Now, we will be creating our drums. To create the drums, you will need to put a connector pair here and one here, and place a biscuit piece like so. You will do the same around 2 modules away. So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes on this side and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes on this side. That means our plate is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 modules of length when kept like this. That is an odd number, and that's why we will be having a bit of a tough time. In the center, we will be keeping 3 holes gap between both of the biscuit pieces. Now we have 5 holes of gap on each side of our biscuit pieces. Next, we will be putting some side drums as well. For the side drums, we will be taking 8 module beams. We will need 2 such 8 module beams. Now, put an angular axle extender with an obtuse angle. We will also be doing the same here. Now, we will be putting 2 module beams on the other side of the axle extender. So 1 and 2. Now, you will need these axle extenders, straight 3 module axle extenders. I'm calling them straight 3 module axle extenders because this is a straight 2 module axle extender. So you need to put the axles in the axle extender, and you can put a split axle down here, but it'll be frictionless. So I'm going to be first putting a 3 module split axle. Then I will be putting a bush connector over here. Then I'll be connecting this. Let's keep the other one aside for now. Over here, we will be putting this gear. On the other one, we'll be putting another type of gear. So you see these? They look like cinema reels. Well, those are actually pulleys, and we'll find them in the gear section, or you can just cover them up with these. So we'll be putting 2 of these, so 1 and 2, and we'll put them together over here. Now we've got 2 side drums. We're going to put 1 side drum over here. If you like, you can just remove this and put a regular split axle, but that will just move a lot. So that's why I recommend putting these. Now let's do the same for the side of the left side. I have put these 2 module connector pegs into a pink biscuit piece. I'm going to place it here. One biscuit piece is 3 modules tall. Now as you can see, it's a little tough to put in connector pegs sometimes. If you are seeing this difficulty, watch the previous video of how to build a driving base. In how to build a driving base, you get practice of how to put in connector pegs which are very tough. Sometimes it's just the pegs that you're using. Sometimes you need practice. So once you put 3 biscuit pieces one on top of the other in the same way, you will have a 3 by 9 module tower. Now you need to take a wheel like this one and connect it on top. You can use any type of connector pegs, but 2 module connector pegs will be the best. Now these can still turn, but they don't move so freely. Now I wanted to show you that on this side drum, the holes are not aligned. So you can align them so it looks good. Now we have 2 side drums and 1 main drum. Time to put the other main. Now if you like, you can adjust the position of the main drums. Now we have the drums. Who will play the drums? Well, we'll need some more space to fix someone to play the drums. And that is why we will be using another yellow plate. I have put 5 connector pegs, leaving 1 whole gap each onto the side of the plate. Now I will connect it to the other plate. So this is the space for the drummer. First, we will be making the legs of our robot. For the legs, we will need 4 2-module beams. On the back of your large motor, place the 4 module beams on the corner. Then place it right in the center. your large motor takes up 5 modules of area rather, when looked at from above. This means it shouldn't be tough to create a center. There need to be 7 modules on each side. Then place your large motor down. Once you're done with that, you are going to need a 5 module beam and 2 connector pegs. Place the 2 connector pegs on the edge of the 5 module beam, like this. Now connect them to the bottom of your hub. Then put 2 connector pegs on either side of the center hole, which is on the second module from the right and the second module from the left. We will now place a split axle of 2 modules in the center. You will now be able to connect your smart hub onto the large motor. Make sure your large motor is at reset position before placing your hub onto it. Now these are the legs and this is the body. Now let's make the arms. For the arms, we will need the arms to be on the side. So we cannot put it on the frame and connect it. So we'll have to put split axles over here, regular connector pegs on the sides, and you can put the split axle over here if you like. But the split axle is optional and will not help much. Now you can place your motor on the side of your hub like this. Now time for the eyes. For the eyes, we will be using a distance sensor, which may sound strange, but it's the best thing that I can think of right now. Now we can place the distance sensor like this or like this. But to place it like this, we'll need to make the holes align, which is a little tough. So we will be using beams and biscuit pieces. To start, take a 3 module beam like this one and keep your drums and your drummer's head, legs and body aside. Now at the back, place your 3 module beam like this. Do the same for the other side. Now place a 1 connector peg of 2 modules onto the side of a biscuit piece. Place it like this onto your 3 modules. Now turn your biscuit pieces like this once you have put them on both the sides. Now take a biscuit piece and put two connector pegs like this. Place it onto this biscuit piece so it will be like this. I'm going to do this with one side black and one side pink. Now make sure that the side holes should be on top. So this is the structure. Once again, you place connector pegs over here and one over here. Do the same on the other side as well. One over here and one over here. So now you can connect this onto the top. You can also move it however you want. I'm going to make my drummer very tall. You can also make his head droop down or make it over here. But mine, like I said, is very tall. Now, the large motor will go in E since it's at the bottom. We'll connect that right now. The medium motor on the right will go from behind here and connect into A, while the medium motor on the left will go into B. The distance sensor need not be connected, but if you do want to connect it, I advise you to put it through his neck into D. It might be a little tough to put in the wires, but you'll be able to do it. Now our drummer needs hands. Let's add some. First, you'll need to put a 1 module connector peg on a J-beam like this. Then you put it like this. So look closely. Over here there will be a connector peg. Over here there will be a split axle. Now let's do the same with a mirror image. Now our drummer can drum here, but he can't reach the side drums very well. I have to bend him and then hit it. So we're gonna extend it a bit. We are going to be adding an axle. So if you want to add an axle, you need to use these pieces. However, if you don't want to, you can just add a beam. I think 5 modules ought to be enough. So these are 5 modules. But for safety purposes, I just use 7 module beams. Seven module beams are these blue beams that are very small. So we're going to be putting them like this. Now this is the arm that we had made. At the end of it, I'll be putting these 3 module connector pegs and I'll be putting these beams. However, these 3 module connector pegs need to go on the other side. So the split axle and the connector peg are here and the 3 module connector pegs are here. So now we'll be putting the 2 7 module beams like this. So now he turns to do the main drums. However, if you want to do it like he hits the main drums and then he turns to hit the side drums, you can put this like this. It's up to you. So when he's facing forwards, he'll hit the main drums, and when he turns, he'll hit the side drums. You can also change the orientation of the side drums to make it easier. I'm going to be doing this. Okay, so now our drummer is ready. Let's code him.